There's 4 reasons, right, where we think main reasons why it's more advantageous potentially to go with a smaller design and product development firm. One of the major ones we can think of are costs, right? I think as an early stage hardware startup, costs are paramount, right? And capital is key, and you don't want to be spending money for extraneous overhead and operations. So
that's the whole reason for hiring an outside agency, right? So you don't have to incur benefits, salaries for in-house individual contributors. One of the advantages is for clients who are hiring outside agencies, you get a team as opposed to an individual.
You get a team of trained professionals as opposed to having to like build a single junior from the ground up and or design director who then has to like put together an ethos for your in-house team. But in terms of costs, right? Like if you're going with what we feel is a larger firm, you know, let's call it a 30 to 40% size firm, you're not only paying for the project costs of your individual project, you're likely compensating and supplementing overhead for all of those other employees, all those other offices in other cities and or office space. And I think like what we feel, having run, you know, a product startup ourselves with Aggregate, the money that you invest should go directly towards the project that you invest in, the people that are actually going to work on the project. And that's why we have a hybrid model. Another advantage is speed.
Speed, yeah. So having a smaller team, we feel that we're able to move quickly. Having a small team as opposed to a large 40 to 50 member team, we're able to move quickly and deal with them.
Yeah, you're just not necessarily bogged down with too many hierarchical decision-making layers, as well as processes can be adapted when things go wrong. And we all know in hardware, things don't always go as planned, and so you need a team that can adapt very quickly. And I think, you know, a small lead team, like if you think of just like military ops, you hear of like SEAL Team 6 and things like that. That's kind of our ethos too for designs. Like with startups, time to market is critical, so like gotta get in, get the job done quickly, and you don't really have time for like 10 different people to like okay it and make an approval.
Right. Operating with precision is key, right? So if you have a team that's too large, you can't move quickly. Another reason why we like working directly with startup founders is that we're working directly with the decision makers.
So another one is flexibility of our processes. Obviously, we have a very set process that works and it's predictable and it gives us the results that we want. But sometimes problems and obstacles arise within hardware, right? And so I think understanding that and us being a small team, our answer to obstacles and problems that arise to our clients is not, oh, well, we've always done it this way, this is the only way we can do it, we'll work with you. And I think you don't necessarily get that with larger teams that have very rigid processes, very optimized operations where things need to happen by a certain point in time, and either you do it our way or it's the highway. It's not like that with us.
Yeah. Like we follow a strict process because it's proprietary. It's unique to Hatch Duo.
Right. With a smaller team like ours, there's less layers of middle management, and so you're going to get, you know, you're talking to the creative director directly, right? Like you're talking to the designers who are working on your project directly. So there's not necessarily this game of telephone. You're getting one-to-one feedback of like, you know, working together. And it almost, what feedback we've gotten from our clients is that it feels as if our team is, you know, integrated as their own in-house design team. And I think that's super important as a startup to be able to have that sense of assurance and control.